Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, Core. How you doing? Well, it is already proving to be an interesting Friday. um, Spook was unwell during the night and is currently sleeping. And Haru is around. Haru has shamed himself. He has been here for like 2 weeks and has been. I don't know if you can hear that meowing. He's been fine. He meows a little bit, maybe claws the carpet, but that's just cat behavior. Today, he actually broke something. So, unfortunate. Um, and he's meant to be going home today. So, he almost had a clean visit and then this morning broke something. I guess out of protest that we weren't paying attention to him because, of course, I was more concerned about Spoke. Oh dear. Hi, Rusa. I don't think it was the change of weather. He's having a big old meow. You brought a witch into your house and she broke your wall. That's true. That's true. Had to fill it in, repaint it. That's true. You brought familiar into your house and it broke whatever he broke. He broke a clock, not a wall clock, like a desk clock, but not a desk clock. It was on the mantelpiece in the living room. I didn't anticipate he would be able to jump up there. And all evidence thus far suggested that he couldn't. But it's fine. It's another one of those things of, frankly, a bit of super glue, stick it together and you probably won't even notice. You do not have a good track record with Fae, do you? I don't think it's fair to class Haru as a Fae. Doesn't have enough intelligence. Speaking of, he's being a menace. Haru, if you can't behave, you're going to be shut in the room, which you don't like. See? Being a menace. Blah. So now you get shut in here. And he doesn't like being shut in here. So now he's gonna, like, meow and complain in here for a bit. Hmm? There we go, settle down. Oh boy. Yeah, we, as you probably saw from in our Discord call, we have had some major snowfall. So mixed blessing of he didn't have to go to work in this awful snow, but at the same time, I'm not exactly happy that he was sick in the night. So let's get music put on. Apparently, Amsterdam got hit heavily as well. By that logic, I would say that just a lot of Europe has probably had a lot of snow, but in that case. I wouldn't be surprised to hear if just a lot of Europe has had a lot of snowfall. But anyway. He is on the bed. There he is. There he is, sulking. Yep, that's too much. Yeah. Don't need that chunk of chair. Get this out of the way. Mm-hmm. Desperate to get that bingo. The raided one. Also unfortunate. My bingo square is not a bingo square. I do not have anything even vaguely close. That's super rare, to be honest. Thanks. Yeah. No, it is. It's generally because a lot of the fellow streamers that I am friends with, I tend to stream before them. So yeah, I tend to raid into people. I don't get often raided into because I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that I am a friend with who streams before me in the day. Okay. So as you can imagine, very, very scattered in my thoughts at the moment, thinking about Spook and stuff. Um, so yeah, Haru was meant to go home today. I was hoping to go see my mom and dad tomorrow, and I don't know if any of that is going to happen because of this snowfall, because some of the roads are probably not very accessible. I can see that what you're doing, Haru. You're protesting that you've been trapped in this room, and so you are going as far away from the camera as physically possible. Yeah, I usually get raided in my evening streams. Both of my cards have multiple slots. I just need one for. Damn. I think at most I've got a 2. Okay. Let's see. I combined everything last time. I believe I did do the thing to cover the, like, gap here. I think so. God, I remember when I had the very interesting dilemma of I needed my last mouse broke. I needed a new one, and we had we had like a backup mouse in the house, and it had no scroll wheel. And I was like, oh no, I need a mouse with a scroll wheel because I cannot function in Blender without a scroll wheel. And it was like a thing I didn't realize of just like you can function in Blender without a scroll wheel, but I couldn't. I was like, I need that. Yeah, I do. Okay. What's pay to win? I've never heard of that concept. Mm-hmm. Another one core. It's been 1 week. It's week 1. My goodness. Determined. Right, so the main thing I need to do here is stitch them together. Because we have, like, all of our blend shapes. From all of the different stuff. Face ones, mouth ones, Visines. Yeah, we've got all of our blend shapes combined. They're a little bit backwards from how I would like them. I generally see that when most people do their blend shapes, they kind of put the visemes at the top. So it's not a priority at the moment, but I would kind of like to maybe reorganize those. Go Goat! I like Go Goat. Lostin did a lore video on Go Goat yesterday. I like Go Goat. I think Go Goat might be my favorite grass type, actually. Fun fact, the third card has the exact same tick to win. Oh my god. Can't tell me what it is, because Sod's Law will indicate that it will never happen. You gotta hope that it'll happen randomly today, or you can get it in a random redeem on Sunday. I'm currently assuming we are going to do Sunday stream. At some point, I am sort of like, when should I try to get Spook to have something to eat? How long should you wait to eat after throwing up? After vomiting, rest your stomach for 2-3 hours and start with small sips of liquids, water, broth, electrolyte for several hours, gradually increasing the amounts before slowly introducing bland foods such as toast, rice, or bananas. Known as the brat diet. Avoid solids, dairy, caffeine, alcohol. avoid dairy and caffeine. So a cup of tea, not a good idea. Is ending soon. Hi, Senji. Yeah, Spook vomited in the night. I would say in the night it was like 6 this morning. So shortly before he was going to go to work, he was experiencing pains in his stomach. He described it as like a constant dull ache, which would sometimes spike into big pains, and then they would fade. Something dodgy consumed last night? No, we both had a baked potato. And it was the same potato, because, fun fact, I had a small crash out over dinner because I was trying to cook 2 baked potatoes for both me and him, and for some reason one came out perfectly and the other didn't. So we cut it in. We had half a baked potato each and some beans. As often happens, me and Spook tend to have the same thing. I don't know why this happens a lot, of we eat the same things and one of us will get ill, which is why I often don't think it's food related. He did say this morning when we were sort of sat up and I was trying to talk with him that he was talking with someone at work and then they were just like, oh yeah, I had been off with a bug recently, and Spook was like in the back of his head of like, now that you've told me that, I wish I wasn't talking to you. And I was like, oh god. Man flu. No, man flu is fake. Spook was sick. Like, vomit sick. Hi, Das. Spook, he vomited. And called 111 because he did not feel well. Disagree? Of course you'll disagree. You're a man. That's the point. Man flu is real. Whatever you say, sweetie. Sure, Jan. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Spook very really being sick. So he tried using the 111 NHS app, and it just gave him like some vague info. So He woke me up. I went and got his work information because he couldn't find the work number to call to say that he wouldn't be in. So I went and tried to find that for him. Okay, we have still got the symmetry on. That's good. And vaguely try and match these up. This is very hard to do, actually. Yeah, I sat up with him. I then said, you want me to call 111 actually, rather than using an app, so we can talk to a person, which we did. Go through the whole rigmarole of, obviously to filter out, it takes a while, but it makes sense of, like, press 1 if it's for this, press 2 if it's for this, going through all of that. Then they get all your information of, like, can I take your name, can I take your address, can I take a number to call you? That was a good one. The first, once you get through to a person, they were like, the first thing they do is, like, can I take a number to call you in case the call drops? If the call drops for any reason, can I get a number to call you back? So they did that. And yeah, they said to sit up. Text. They then text, like, an information sort of, like, pack thing of, like, tips on what to do. And yeah, and then unfortunately after that he vomited, because before then he hadn't actually vomited. He just felt really bad and had the really bad pain. I think the pain was what was concerning him. And then after that he vomited. So I called the number again because that was what they said. They said, call us back if your symptoms change or get worse or any new symptoms come. So I called them again. I had to go through the whole process again, unfortunately, of fill in, press this button, fill this thing, and then they were like, okay, we can see on the file that you called earlier. And we were like, yeah, we're calling to update that the symptoms have changed. He has now vomited. And they were like, okay, we're gonna add that to your file and sort of try to speed things up again. I think after the initial, as often happens, I think when people are sick, of, like, being sick is never nice and is never awful, but after sort of, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes after you've been sick, you start to feel better, of, like, oh, I needed that. So he was like, I feel a little bit better. So we dozed. We got a call back from the local services, which was what the 111 service had said, like, oh, we're going to forward your data over to local services. Yeah, and they sort of gave us information. They were like, the general thing of, like, if it's getting what they don't know because of the snow as well. It's like they very obviously didn't want to send anyone out. Then was just like, if it gets worse, contact this number. This is where your closest emergency, like, location is. You can always contact your GP if it's just mild. And eventually went to sleep. And now he's sleeping, which is why I was Googling how long do you wait to give someone some food. According to the internet, he can probably have a little bit, but I want to let him sleep if I can. Spook is a hard-ass worker. If he says, I'm too ill to go and this ain't good, it's bad, I hope he feels better soon. Thanks, Das. I appreciate that. He felt really bad because he's out of absences, would you believe? So he's going to get penalised for this, which fucking sucks. And he was really annoyed because his absences refresh in, like, a week. Because this is the end of the year. End of the year for them, apparently, for tracking that. So this is like, he's out of absences and will likely get in trouble. Which sucks, because he vomited. You can't do anything when you vomit. That's always, like, where the line is drawn in, like, anything. School, work, anything. It's like, if you're sick, if you physically vomit, you can't go. Water is the best thing. He's going to need to rehydrate if he has fruit juice, non-fizzy like apple juice for electrolytes. Yeah. Telling Spook he can't have a carbonated beverage, imagine. No, mostly he is asleep. He has water with some squash in it. He did consider an oasis, but this was still like 10 minutes after he'd been sick, and I was like, stick with water. Because we have some oasis. And then when he was like, I don't like drinking water because it's no flavour, I was like, have some squash. Don't go to oasis so fast. So yeah, he's got squash. But yeah, and mostly he's just sleeping now. And I'm sort of on I'm just sort of on that fence of like, at what point do I wake him up to make sure he is getting fluids and food? That's kind of where I am at the moment. Ideal, but a very good choice if it's preferred drink or a drink he's comfortable with is stellar for him. How long has he been asleep? Let's see, where are we? We're nearly at 3. Let me see. So God, I'm bad with times. He went to bed late for him, actually. He went to bed at like 10. Late for him. I don't know when he woke up feeling bad. He woke me up around 6 a.m. So knowing him, it was probably 5 a.m. Knowing him that he was awake. We probably dozed for 2 hours, I think. I think it was around 7:30, 8 when we got the call back from the local people to be like, hey, you should do this. And at that point, we were like, okay, we're going to try to sleep again. Because we were dozing, but we didn't really sleep because we knew we were waiting on a phone call to be advised on what to do. So probably around 8-ish, but he did walk around a bit and go get the juice. So maybe 9. So, he's been asleep a while. He's nearly 6 hours sleep. As best he can with this one making a noise and breaking things in the house. Yeah, you. That probably woke him up. Next time you take a break is a good time to check in. Fair. I was probably gonna check 3:30, probably. If he wakes when you check, great. If not, let him rest. Broke Spook's phylactery. Oh no! So yeah, I'm in that sort of state that I think a lot of partners often get into when their other partner is sick of, like, I don't know what to do. What you need is rest. So I guess I just go about my day, which doesn't feel like the right thing to do. Just going about my day doesn't feel correct, but that is what I should do, I guess. God, this is so hard to look at. It would help if I'm pressing the right key. Pressing caps lock again instead of shift, I do that a lot. So yeah, I'm alright. I think Spook's biggest concern is I know that he hates vomiting. I mean, everybody does. Everybody hates vomiting. It's not nice. He works himself up into a bit of a panic sometimes. And I could tell. I think, thankfully, at least I think I talked him down from a panic attack, because I think he gets himself into a panic, and then he thinks that his panic symptoms are symptoms of something else, and he's like, oh god, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, you're just having a panic attack. I know it's awful, because I've had them, I know, but it's just a panic attack. You're gonna be okay. I don't say that, but that's what my brain is saying, of like, I know what's happening right now because this has happened to me. So I talk him through it, hold his hand, and all that jazz. Because that's happened before. Generally when he's being sick, because he gets himself so worked up of, God, I don't want to be sick, I don't want to be sick, I don't want to be sick, and he just gets himself so worked up. And again, ironically, once he is sick, he's fine, because it's like, well, it's happened now. Yeah. So, hence today's weird sort of like, I am streaming and I am working, but man, is it hard to concentrate. But I need to be doing something. I should do something, and I have commissions that need doing. Because I need money. Because December sucked. Yeah. So Spook has vomited before, so I do know the general gist of like what he should have and things like that. You know, don't have this, do have this. Stay hydrated is always the big one. My main question is always just, how long do I let him sleep? That's just always my question mark of, how long do I let him sleep? So, yeah. So I'm working at the moment mainly to occupy myself. I don't know. Shock and horror. I don't know what's happening tonight. I don't know if we're going to want to do community night. I don't know if he's going to be awake. I don't know how he's going to feel. If he's awake, I will probably want to be with him. I can't imagine he's going to want to, come on stream and stuff. Ironically, at Spook's suggestion, we've moved grocery day from Friday to Thursday, so that there is more time on Friday, one, to do stuff, but also he said himself of like, oh, if we do grocery shopping on Thursday instead of Fridays, and on Fridays, if I'm tired, I can come home and have a nap for like 3 hours, and then I could join you on stream more often. Because Spook isn't often on community nights because he's too tired. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. But obviously that's not going to happen today, and I wouldn't expect it to. But yeah, don't be surprised if community night doesn't happen. In fact, I should probably post that in the Discord. So yeah. I feel surprisingly alright, considering I also didn't get a full night's sleep, because obviously, me being me, I only went to bed at like 1, 2 in the morning. And then I was awake, keeping an eye on him, because he was dozing and I was like, good sleep, whereas I was awake, monitoring the phone, because I knew that the call was coming. So I didn't really sleep. Yeah. Hence the struggling to concentrate. Good music is helping. It's one of those things where it's like, I need to make sure I don't overwhelm myself. It's amazing. It was the what is the post das that was on Tumblr? The mom clause of, it's impossible for me to do things myself, but if I have to do them for other people, the mom clause kicks in. Because literally at one point I was sat in bed and I could feel my own hands going a bit funny, which is always my first symptom for me, and I was starting to get hot. So I literally took off my dressing gown, and something in my brain literally just went, no, you cannot have a panic right now. He needs you. You can't do this. Push it back. Humans be weird. So I don't know if there is a part of me that's like, okay, he's okay now. You can have a little cry now if you need to, and I'm like, you don't need to cry, it's fine. But the body is like, you can if you need to, though. I'm like, thanks. Thanks. This is I'm literally like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle here, and I'm struggling to see the pieces connect. Oh, thank you, Das. I would recommend doing an at events for that because historically people don't check Discord unless they get added. Which is why every time I make a post in events, I have to at the events role because I have seen that if I don't, people don't look. So, just as a heads up. That's why I have roles for everything. Because people don't check their messages. So if I put you to there. Okay, we've got like an extra one here that I'm going to need to dissolve. You go to there. And you go to there. So this sort of like join is not bad. That's quite a steep angle though. It's a bit of a steep angle. I cannot ask events. I will change that. Edit channel, permissions, mods. Should be allowed to, but I'll double check anyway. Manage. Manage threads, pin messages, manage messages, mention roles. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Try now. There you go. Thank you, Das. If you can't escape it, find whatever you've been looking for. I believe I did change announcements a couple of months ago to make sure that mods could post in there as well. It's never come up, but I was like, on the rare occasion that I am unable to do something, I need to make it so my mods can post in announcements. So I believe I did change that. Don't need to test that. But yeah. You don't need to test it. Because it will ping the entire server, so don't. But it should be doable. Okay, I'm considering changing this. Because this is quite steep. Keep on running. Keep on running. Okay, I think what I need to do is go into face mode. I think deleting some of these is a good way to go. Interesting. Okay, so let's start with this. So I can see here how we've got like this loop closing off to a point, but if anything, I actually don't want it to close off to a point. Man, I love this track. I can type in the message, and that alone means I can do it. It used to be unable to do that. It works good. I'm gonna hit the button. Thank you. Just posted a few things to DM. Simple things you can do for Spook if you're already doing them. Congratulations, your wife incorrectly. Thanks, bud. Thank you. Mersh! I just looked in the events channel. Mersh! Mersh! Yeah, I have basically been doing that, Des. You know what you do is the friction. Wild thing, unrelated, I may actually uninstall Hades too. Oh my. Because I've 100%ed it. Fair. Fair. I generally am also trying to uninstall games when they are 100%ed. That wasn't good grammar, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, don't piss off Murph. She's brutal. Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? There we go, they're symmetrical now. That's good. So now I can delete these edges. Not like that. Dissolve edges. Because there's a difference. Okay, so that we got these meeting up. That's nice. I think it looks like I need to do the same here. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? Come closer to me. Breathe you, I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? I can't believe I'm recreating that thing that Zero did for Varys. Is that a big enough throwback? Tickle Me Elmo over Taser Me Elmo. I realise that's a niche reference. I said I know Tickle Me Elmo. I'm assuming Taser Me Elmo is something that someone made. Ages do go on and on. Yep. You need to super glue the neck. I do. Hi, Whoopies. I'm stitching it. I'm doing surgery. I'm doing it gradually. Yeah, with the tail, I've decided that I don't think I'm actually going to stitch it. I am just going to leave it here like this and normal blend it. But the head, I'm like, nah, that needs to be attached. And then the next one is going to be also fun, which is going to be trying to add in the extra finger. That's going to be hard. Unless you put the mane back and hide that shit. No, I do jobs properly. I like to think that I am an artist who takes pride in doing things properly. Like, you know, unwrapping hair UVs correctly. Hey, Des, did you... My name is Taser Elmo, Jesus. Dash, do you want to see what made me have an aneurysm on Wednesday? Behold, hair. Behold. UVs in quotation marks. For my own stuff, I do it in a way that if it works, it's good. For other people, I do it properly. Yeah, basically. If it's personal work, I may cut corners. If I'm doing work that is meant to be a commission for someone or is meant to be sold, I gotta try to make that shit accessible. The fuck is that? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I don't think it was clipped because I said at the time, I was like, I don't know if this should be clipped because I don't know if it comes off as rude, but there is a moment in Wednesday's stream of me going, Jesus fucking Christ. So I gotta fix that at some point. So yeah. So yeah. So basically, I try to make stuff as usable as possible because, you know, I don't know who's going to be using it in the future. Even if that future self is me. I remember when I was doing Cobble updates, when I was updating from version 1 to version 2, and I even went, good lord, what was I thinking? And, like, was changing stuff. Because as we, you know, do more, we get better and improve. Yeah, I'm hoping that the eyes are okay. I had to, like, manually reposition them. That was a bit of a weird issue. So I'm hoping they're okay. They look alright I will say. They look okay. Position-wise. Oh yeah, boopies. I know that we're keeping the nose ring because that is part of your character design. What about the ear piercings? We keeping them? We ditching them? Entirely dealer's choice. Leave them for now. Fair enough. For now. I understand the vibes. Never ask me to make a decision. How dare you ask me to make a decision? I'm joking. I'm joking. I can leave them for now. So yeah. Husbando is sick and I am currently in the I don't know what to do with myself phase. I guess I'm doing work. Okay, so... Is this the Mama Jim with the hyaenid head? Yes, and a Volpa tail. Oh, I'm upside down, I think. Nope, I'm on the wrong side. And a Volpa tail. This is my first time doing a kitbash for someone else. It's only my second time doing a kitbash. My first one is this. This is a leggy Volpa kitbash. The congruent theme always seems to be the Volpa. I can't wait for Rival's dragon. Rival's the person who made the Volpa, and they're working on a dragon. I can't wait. I want to get it immediately. I still need to come you for stitching Nova Beast's hands onto my Winterpaw. Absolutely, if you want. I will preface, I don't own the Winterpaw, so that needs to be sorted first, but I do own the Nova Beast. Speaking of paws, I'm adding a finger to these. Yeah. I don't have my hand tracker on at the moment because this one is technically using it. This webcam is my hand tracker, so I can't show you my model hands, but I also modified the hands on this. Hands are hard. I spent a lot of time on them. Here, let me show you one of my work in progress ones while I was developing. Scared of hands, not gonna lie. Good, you should be. Yeah. This is a dev shot, technically. This is me testing the Kitbash in VR for the first time. Hands. You prefer 4 fingers over 5 fingers? Interesting. I do like a 5-fingered hand. I will say. I don't know why. My fears are valid. Did you know? What I learned from this is, did you know that in VR chat they use an entirely different, like, rigging and not rigging, but like entirely different bone system for hands? Because I didn't, and I had to learn that in order to fix this. Yeah, this is from, I think this is the only picture I have of, like, VR dev, and then I fixed it. There's a little spike there, but in general, I fixed it. So yeah. Also, I realized later as well, you can see that the hair is actually defying gravity. There was actually also an issue with the fizz bones. So yeah. With every project, I learn something new. I learn a lot on this one, that's for sure. But I'm still very proud of it, which is very vain of me to just. I like looking at pictures of me because I'm pretty. Yeah. I know there is a alternate hand variant of a Nova Beast that someone made, but admittedly I never actually bothered to get it. I still just have the default one. So I was like, that is work. Okay, we're going to delete these. Because it does kind of, if that goes to there, then this could go up to that, and that would go up to that pretty perfectly. So that does look like that's what I want to do. Do you do texture work as well? If I get my Nova Beast hands, I'll need my avatar's texture slightly reworked for them. Of course, yeah. I do the whole shebang. Yeah, because this is kit bashing. A lot of stuff will probably need a bit of re-rigging, especially around like the tail and stuff. I'll be making a completely new Substance Painter file for this for me to texture on in Substance Painter. And then I'll be doing all the Unity setup, making toggles if they're needed, things like that. So yeah, I do a bit of everything, which is actually very hard to market. Because when you try to make a concise, like, graphic or post, and it's like, I do these 20 things, it's hard to condense it. I'm very jack of all trades. And I'm pretty much entirely self-taught. But hey, you if you want to see my work, follow me on your social media platform of choice. She does art very well. I am biased, however. Thank you. Because not only am I doing the model for this character, I did the ref sheet for this character. You are her mother. I did. I created her. I am. My child. My child who is taller than me. She. But we want a big tail. Yeah, so that's where we're headed. Hi, Alexia. I love you. I hope you had a good holiday. Just if you want to see examples of my stuff, you can follow me on your social media of choice. Typically, the Skywolf Creations is for the artwork and commissions because that is the quote-unquote business name. Blue Skywolf 09 is typically just me being me and also like Twitch streamer stuff. But yeah, can someone do the exclamation mark for me? It certainly was holiday. I feel that. Hold up, who is that? Who is this little pal I see? This pretty lady? This beautiful lady that I'm working on? This is for boopies. This is this lady. In the lower right, too. Oh, this is Haru. Hey. Nope. I'm cat sitting. He leaves today, unfortunately. I've been cat sitting. A pal throws a Powerball. It's a pal sphere. Excuse you. Legally distinct. Legally distinct catching implement. I need you to understand something. The problem is that I don't want to disturb him, and I can't move the camera any closer. But I need you to understand that he has furry beans. We got a lovely cat. We got a lovely hyena. So her life is in fact beautiful. Mm-hmm. We got a beautiful cat. Beautiful woman. It's a good time. But yeah. I'm doing model surgery. I'm attaching a new tail and a new head to this model to match this ref. Because I have the power to do that. We can look at a model and go, I really like your face, but your body is a twig. And they can go, that's fine. I'll just put it on this lovely, beautiful, voluptuous body instead. Sees beautiful hyena woman. Wow, I wish that were me. It could be. It could be. It could be you. You could be next. Hello. He is awake, so I can see his ears twitching when I say his name. He's a cloud. You see my hand disappearing into this fur. Today's my last day with him. He goes home today. We've had him for 2 weeks. He's tarnished his good record. He went 2 weeks, and then this morning he broke a clock. Look at them curbs, I can get there. Mm-hmm. Power to reshape reality. They're curbs, yes. Look, cozy fit. It is a cozy fit. Den got me this like 2 years ago. It's like a cozy, long cardigan that's like knit. Camera's not really in a good position to show it off, but I'm super cozy. Because Den spoils me. She's an absolute darling and she spoils me. Everyone spoils me. I'm blessed. Is it cold over there? Jay, we've had about 7 inches of snow. It's cold. Okay. Oh boy. We have had the snowfall. Like, good lord. Okay, 7 inches was probably an exaggeration, but there's a lot of snow. So yes, I was cold. Rare occurrence for me. I'm normally very warm. Yes. And again, for anybody who is new, I will clarify, I'm very distracted, but I want to be distracted because Spook has been unwell. He is currently asleep and resting, so I'm trying to distract myself. Which is why work might be a little on the slow side. Because I'm kind of intentionally trying to occupy my brain with other things. Okay, this is an interesting one. So you need to be split to go that way. Seriously, neighbor, you want to work on your motorbike in this weather? I'm amazed you can even get to your shed. I don't mean to make you jealous, but somehow it's been getting pretty warm over here earlier than I thought it would be, to be honest. Oh, fair enough, got a bit of a warm front. I'm not too jealous. I'm not generally a fan of hot weather, because I'm naturally quite warm. So even if the cold is like, it's cold, I would prefer it to be cold over it being hot. Tales Me Elmo comes from a series of clips involving an adventuring party, one of which got engaged to a fae. At least for me, anyway, I assume it has another ref. Sounds like one of those things where someone took an audio and put a thing over it. Can you hear it, Haru? Can you hear the motorbike? He's being unnecessarily loud. I'm having so much restraint to not pick up Haru and show you his beans. I need you to understand that he has fur on his beans. Well, technically coming in between his beans, but it makes his feet look fluffy. I'm dying over here. Rip. Rip. Oh god, it's so hard to, like, look through this and see. Yeah, so that's just one face. That's one face, so I'm gonna delete that, I think. Which means I need to do the same on the other side. Gives her the same big slappy fluffy paws. Hi, Dan! Hello! We were just talking about you and how much we love you. Oh! Ah! Look at this creature! Talking about me? Yeah! Because I love you. What do I do? Oh, I went to go pat Haru, and chat was complimenting me on my cozy cardigan that I have that you got me. I came over here to go pet the cloud. Chat was complimenting me on this. And told them that you got it for me. Don't worry, I went to Mad at You Island and none of your friends were there. I wonder if he moves my face into his tum-tum. He's a criminal, though. He has tarnished his perfect record. He goes home today, and he broke a thing this morning. He almost had a clean slate. So do I, but it may hospitalize me. That is unfortunately true. Allergies. Knife. No, I want to make sure that these are symmetrized first. Mesh. Symmetry. There we go. Good. We're all still symmetrical. We're getting there. I don't know why I started from the back rather than starting from the front, which is, you know, the bit that people are going to see. But I guess I started there because it was just visually clearer to me that it was aligning. Great way to test anti-allergy medication. Give me some and let me pet a cat. Oh my god. Am I dead? Yes. Bad meds. Am I alive? Good meds. Oh dear. See, in the summer, we have the benefit of having the garden. Obviously, Haru will be back with Rosa, so it won't be a problem at all. So yeah. We obviously we're not going to be planning like just yet because god that's a while away, but me and Spook were both definitely like we want to do like big barbecue again like we did around the wedding because man were the vibes immaculate. So we will want to do that again. Okay, this is where it's getting spicy now as we're coming around the front because this is why I didn't start the front because the front doesn't really align just yet. Okay, but yeah, I feel like I want to merge the hyaenid into the mamagen rather than the mamagen into the hyaenid because the mamagen is the body. So I feel like the neck that the mamagen has is a better sort of shape since it's flowing into the body. That makes sense to me. It might not have made sense to you. Basically, she's a larger lady, so she has a thicker neck. That's kind of what I meant. The hyaenid is thinner, so it has a thinner neck. Mamagen's got a thicker neck. I'm like a dog when you have a cat, you have to keep me in the garden. Haru, you look like you're gonna fall off. Yeah. Yeah, he broke the clock that we had on the mantelpiece in the living room this morning. I think he probably did it because he wasn't getting attention because I was dithering over Spook. So he might have had his breakfast a bit late. So I didn't really shout at him. So I was like, "You're protesting for a valid reason, but also Spook was sick." Okay, so that goes like that. No attention, break shit. That tends to be what cats do. Very contrary like that. I want attention. This is attention. Rose into the liquid form. Mm-hmm. I shall do that too. No, do not break things. I'll get the squirt bottle out. Looking after Toki 5 weeks, all he wants these days is naps and dinner. Aww, yeah. Old boy. They get like that when they're older. Eat and sleep. Yeah. I didn't think that he could jump onto the uh mantelpiece because like that's quite a tall jump. I think he went via the TV. But yeah. Very loud crash, came down, broken clock on floor, timid looking Haru. Hi boys, does the world look better upside down? Oh, he's got no brains. Been diagnosed. No brain. Just floof. There you go, we've moved to a slightly more convenient camera angle, so I can bring my chair around a bit. Toki also enjoys Big Cuddle, but on his terms. That's cats! It has to be on their terms. Oh no, Haru's got soup brain. Mm-hmm. I don't have the squirt bottle emo anymore. Aw. What is it? What is it, Boopies? Again, I'm sorry today is a slow work day, but I need the distractions. It is 3:30 though, so I suppose it is time that I'm gonna go check on Spook, perhaps. Stanji, are you still in chat? Stanji was here earlier. Are you still here, Stanji? The alien doggo keeps living rent-free in my brain. Oh no. It's such a puppy. What's up? You know the, borscht soup, instant soup that you gave me? Do you feel like that would be okay to give? Because that's gonna have, like, some... You know, because that's gonna have, like, a mixture. That's almost like having a broth, really, isn't it? I mean, you gave it to me when I was unwell, and I felt like it helped. I'm just wondering if a mug of that might perk him up. Because I actually gave Spook some yesterday for the first time, and he was like, oh, that's actually nice, so now I know he likes it. Okay, so I initially bought this in, but in actuality, I want to bring it out. Okay, so we've got 2 into 1 here. It's quite acidic, so if you make a gentle one, it feels better. I guess the ones you make might be somewhat less strong than ones I gave you, though. I do 2 big spoonfuls and pepper. Okay, if it's acidic, probably not a good idea for after being sick. Glad I checked. Because that was my thought of, oh, I'll make him a little cup of soup, basically, without it actually being soup. Yeah, I do 2 teaspoons. I don't know if you do big... Oh yeah, you said 2 big spoons. I did 2 teaspoons in mine, and for Spook, and that was fine. I think I gave him 2 flat spoons, whereas I did 2 heaped for me. Has acid in so much. Yeah, I won't do that then. I'm just trying to think, because I want to like take him something. If I'm going to wake him up, I might take him something. Do we think just toast, guys? Shall I go do him some toast? It's been 6 hours. Yeah, I think toast is probably the best bet. Toast is, I think, the default for a lot of people. It was more just like, I don't know, I wanted to explore the non-solid options first, I suppose, is why I asked you. But toast is probably a good bet. My main concern at this point now is that he has no energy because he emptied his stomach and then slept, so he needs food to get energy back up. Every time we go for it, if he isn't hungry, don't make it meat. I mean, bread's I don't mind wasting bread. I'm going to go down and toast a slice of bread, and I'll wake him up with it and then leave it on the table for him. I think is the plan. Right. Break screen. I will be a while. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Hope, thank you for gifting Jay a sub. Hello, darling. Spook seems well. He seems quite well, actually. I made him half a slice of toast. And, he woke up and sat upright to eat it pretty much right away. And has perked up pretty much right away. And he has said, he very much said that he doesn't feel like he needs to sleep anymore. So, good signs. So I told him to eat just the half. I only did half a slice. I said, eat the half, let it settle, and you can have the other half in half an hour or so. And to sip on his water. What is it, flu? Don't know. He vomited last night. Obviously, hopefully it's not some sort of bug, because that means I'll likely have caught it. Oh, yeah. Must be feeling better because he's talking to me. He did pick up his phone, and I did sort of scold him a little bit to be like, maybe don't stare at your phone screen. So he asked for the curtains to be open to let some light into the room. I said, maybe don't just stare at your phone screen, because that will probably not help. And I said, if you want to be awake and do something, I would suggest maybe going downstairs and sitting on the sofa and doing something on the TV, because I feel like at least the TV is better than a computer screen because it's further away, you know? I'll send him some K's news to cheer him up. Fair enough. But, yeah. I said, Rosa and Morsi are coming to pick up Haru in about an hour. Well, close to half an hour now. And I told him to just see how he feels when it comes to if he wants to talk to them. He's a little concerned because he thinks it might be a bug because someone at work said to him that they had a bug, and then he was like, cool, I wish I wasn't speaking to you now. So he's worried. I think he's worried that he caught something off that person and it's made him ill, which now is making him worry that he's like got something to pass on to people. Bar stewards, exactly. So yeah. Someone just casually goes into work and then stands right next to someone and then is like, I was sick the other day. Like, oh, cool, thanks. So I think he's worried he might have caught something off that person. And I'm like, oh boy, if that's contagious. Yay. So he says he may not say hi to Rosa and Morsti. In which case, I might just end stream at 4:30. 4:30 is when they're going to be turning up to collect Haru, because I'll be helping with like packing up Haru's stuff and everything. They said they may not hang around. But if that's going to take, it's not going to be like a 2-minute thing, is it? So if I if I like put on the break screen, it's like 20 minutes, and then I finish stream at 5. It's hardly worth it. So I will probably end stream when they arrive, whenever that is. But yeah, don't anticipate community night tonight, because I will probably just want to spend the evening sitting with Spook and making sure he's okay. So feel free to play amongst yourselves. I can hear him moving around. That's good. I did tell him to wait half an hour before having the second slice of toast. I like how he said, if I'm alive tonight, we'll still go ahead. And I'm like, doubt. I'll be fishing on party animals. Anyone wants to join, and you can then dip in, of course, if you want. But oh, thank you, Dan. You know I love me some fishing. I need to get on that fishing series I wanted to do. That's still probably not going to happen for several months because I want to get the shorts up and running. But I still kind of want to do it. Need to get you the ice rod. That's true. And I need to do ice fishing. I want to get my fishing leveled up. Fishing is the perfect thing to do, honestly. Like, hey, you've had a day of just worrying. Let's just go fish. Movement. Fishing series? Yeah, I talked about doing a series about fishing in video games because over the last year I discovered that I really like fishing in video games. Web fishing was kind of like the gateway to this, and now it's become a meme. And it's reached the point where I'm like somewhat taking it seriously. Been worrying, just go fish. You've figured out why I do truck streams. There you go. There you go. Also, I watched a video yesterday on web fishing. It was kind of it was cool to watch, but it literally just talked about like what happened to web fishing was kind of like the video. It was literally kind of just 15 minutes of going, did you know he was doxxed? It was kind of just that of like web fishing was like this and then this. It would be nice if this would happen, but that's probably not going to happen because the creator was doxxed. After the creator was doxxed, the game became like this and this. It's clear that there was love put into this game, and it's a shame that they won't do any more on it because they were doxxed. Like, yeah, I get it. I get it. The guy was doxxed. It sucks. But I did learn. Let's see. Oh god, I've lost it. Hang on. There is a spiritual successor being developed. Someone very clearly liked web fishing and was sad that it got stopped. Yeah, rift fishing. It's got different, you can see it's got like different fish mechanics. Look at that. New fish game, jingle jangle. So I feel like I'm gonna try this when it comes out. I also want to make a fishing game someday. Kind of the same now. I kind of also want to make a fishing game. Part of me is like, what if I made a fishing game creature collector? I mean, fishing games are creature collectors, but what if I made one that was like had more creature collecting elements? You know, may invent on roll with it for fishing. Yeah, thanks, Dan. So yeah. There's a playtest? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Someone has made is making a spiritual successor to web fishing. Hopefully it goes okay and the internet is normal. Let's team up. Hey, I can do the art. I can do the art side of things. You got me aware that my videos are just that, but an hour and 40 because I'm a mad woman. I love it though. I love it though. I want to make a game too. We got a bunch of creative people. Everybody wants to make games. I went to uni for game dev and want to make a game. Go figure. Oh, you use the screenshot of us doing the conga while fishing. I love that picture. This is where there is a link in this tangent. Trust me. This is where the next time we play Lunas, if the devs come in, I should be like, "Hey, what about a fishing game?" Because I had a notification this morning that Lunas are having their last closed beta this weekend, I think, and then the next one is going to be open beta. It's not ready for release yet, but they're nearly done with closed. And I'm like, that's exciting. I think I'm going to delete all of this row. I could, like, if I wanted to, I could sit down and, like, make a pitch document for, like, a couple of game ideas. I have one that's been, like, half stuck on my board for, like, 3 years. I need to get better at putting ideas down on paper and putting it on my board. But I had an idea for an RPG. So I wrote it down and stuck it on my board with a little pin. And, like, that's it. It's basically, like, the name and 2 bullet points for story. Because if you're making an RPG, you need to have the story. But also, Spook wants to make a tactics game, unsurprisingly. And I want to make a creature collector, unsurprisingly. So it could be fun to make a creature collector fishing game. Maybe then, instead of moving this down, it would be better if I just sort of did a slice along here. I don't know. See, at the back we did some aligning. There's not really a lot of geometry here. There doesn't need to be. So it's like nicely optimized. But I got to do a bit of condensing to get this to line up. I'm going to start with just moving these up so I can see them. I see. Okay, we end up with this. That's not ideal. That's not an ideal shape to have. Head scratch. Yeah, I hope he's making a game. I have no sprites done, but I have gameplay going. It's good, I've done it. I've played it, I should say. Okay, so these two are, like, perfectly aligned. These two perfectly aligned. It's here where we get messy. Because I've got about 3 edges to join up to about 7. Okay, I think I can see where the deletion is going to be. I think these are being deleted. So we have a straight line at least. And now that leaves me with 2 edges to turn into about 7. move this down just so we're not scrunching too much. I think let's move you guys up. '3D modeling is a lot a pain in the ass than I thought. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to do it well, then yeah. Because I could technically just stitch that up together, but it would be a bodge job. So I'm sat here and I'm doing it properly and meticulously. It's almost like the AI argument again of like, oh, there's probably a program that can do a bunch of stuff for you, and it's like, yeah, but will it do it well? No, probably not. And it's like, I'd rather just do it myself. Because then I know it's done right. Very difficult for me to pay anything because of my region. Oh, you're all right, Hope. We can exchange goods and services. Like, genuinely, because it is hard because of where you are, legitimately, I could be like, hey, you're doing some video editing for me? I'll do some assets for your game. Exchange of services. Which is what people used to do before money was a thing. I'll make 1,000 shorts for Sprite. No. No. I can do basic movement and collision, but what if I want to rotate the thing? Don't know, I'm afraid. I don't really know. I don't know. I had a module on using a game engine when I studied game design, and I did not take to it. Because that was part of the reason of the course, was like doing a bit of everything to find out what it was you liked doing. So there was like modules on sound design, modules on game engines, got modules on art, obviously. And I learned that I was like, not a sound person, not a game engine person. A can of Sprite, no. We do take Smegshell favors. Smegshell. Mm-hmm. You'll learn a lot of 3D is also just this pondering. There's a lot of just pondering. That came out wrong. I see. When we reach a level of Beastable, but I want to make a creature collection game, it would be pretty fun. Mm-hmm. And yeah, look, I've said the entire time that I've been streaming that I just want to make things, and a game falls under that. I like making things and making pretty things and cool things. If people like them, that's a good bonus. That's a good bonus if people like them. Okay. So this is going to here pretty well. And this goes up to here. It's all of this in the middle that is a mess. So we can do U to there, erase that line. U to there, erase that line. We could do U to there, but then we end up with like a really big face here. That's really awkward. That's really awkward. Hmm. So what else is awkward? The pencil tool. Hmm. Pondering the Boopy's orbs. Oh my god. Don't think about orbs, that's some sort of assault. I'll put Boopies as the bassist in my game, because why not? Because she's based. I suppose by doing this, I end up with the similar thing, though. We end up with a big square like that. Topology. Yeah. Ponders respectfully. There you go. Calling someone based is an insult? Is it? I thought it was a compliment. I'm too old for this. I thought being based was a compliment. It can be either. Oh, God. Gosh darn kids. My bad, I'm also old. Neither of us know what it means. Talking about game things made me think about university again. It was poop. Aww. Did you also go to uni for gaming? My university experience was mid, in that I did learn a lot, but I learned a lot because I was mostly because I mostly taught myself. I can't really think of too many things I actually learned from my lecturers, but it's one of those things where some people are like, that's kind of the point. University is meant to teach you how to teach yourself. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true, Chief. Computer games technology. Mine is computer games design, which is a art degree. Mine is art based. So that goes to there. That's fine. And that goes to there. It's this bit in the middle that's problematic. So we have one here, which lines up with that. We've got one here, which is kind of awkwardly stretched. This is the big problem. This one. This is the big problem. I think what I need to do is change this. I think, even though this is aligned here, I think this line needs to actually come here. Like that. So then we've got one line in between each. I remember the good old asking for help and getting the response, what do you think is wrong? Which, again, I get of, like, they're trying to encourage you to think, but sometimes that's not what you want. I don't know, that's why I asked. I'm in mechanical engineering undergrad. Woo, smart. See, hope smart. My ass is getting kicked out by my professor's assistants. No, they're so mean. Come to the UK under an education visa. Do it. Okay, so if this line also gets deleted, we then end up with like a massive plane here, which is not great. Especially when it's like 7 a.m. lecture and I had to get a bus at 6 a.m. to get there. I just needed help, not more questions. I would like that burn moneyless at the moment, trying to gather the money. Fair. From my clips, I made a little gif of my Pete character for my profile picture on Discord. Oh, I noticed your profile picture had changed. I didn't realize it was from one of the clips. That's really sweet. I love that. And that's why Boopie's never finished university. Oof. I passed and did well. I got a 1-2. So a 1 below top grade. A 1-1 is top grade. So I did well. It's a 1-1, a 1-2, a 2-1, a 2, and a 2-2 is not great. I think. So I got a 1-2, I believe. One below top. So I did well. I did well. I think it's because I min-maxed. I think I min-maxed of literally all of the like art-based stuff I did really well at, and anything that was computer, like the engine and the sound design modules, I bombed. So I ended up with an average in the middle. It's the clip where you where I threw a coconut at you and it knocked you down. Oh, that clip. Wait, the one of you or the one of Neroin? God. Oh, they're so good. I'm gonna get them all turned into shorts. So I could do like some of this, but then I end up with like these weird bits that look like this, and it's just really odd. I should highlight the Blue backstory Blue mentioned on one stream. You don't have to. People don't need OC backstory. Oh, you mean me, the person? I don't know why you assume. I've talked about both. Pretty emotional, but very real. Mwah. Maybe Neron threw it. I believe Neron threw it because neither of us could breathe. It was so funny. It was the noise. It's the noise that gets me. Every time it's the noise that gets me. It was from last month, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah, it was. It was this. It was. The noise. That one. There she is. Mwah. Mwah. I love the distant merge. What did you do? Bonk. Not me holding the murder weapon. I know, right? Framed. Guilty as charged. Yeah, I tell you, I'm going back and doing old ones first, so here's my notepad that I've started. The older ones are going to need more editing because the old highlights basically were just a compilation. They had no editing. It was just shove that clip in there, shove that clip in there. They didn't have any edits on them. Den's skin on Peak is super cute. It is. That's because Den's super cute. I sent Hope for the final Star Wars episode we made while fishing. Yeah. Very good. The best ones are just when you're chilling with friends. So yeah. I'm doing old first. So I've made a note. This is where I need to, like, split them off. Yeah, making a note of old ones. So I get about 4 or 5 from each episode of the old ones. That means I'll get quite a few in backlog just from 2024. So, like, go and we get more clips from each month as we progress. So my hope is that by making shorts of all of the stuff we have up until this point, I will have a large amount to keep consistently posting while we are making new ones. Is the hope. Yes. Yeah. Gonna put them into vertical format. A lot of these ones will need captioning. And I gotta remember to put the watermark on that Hope so sweetly did for me. Gotta remember to put that on all of them as well. Because none of them do up until this point because I didn't have it. But now I have it. I need to put it on them all. So, including some of the ones that have been edited, I think there's 3 clips that have been edited and are ready to upload. Ones like this, where it just has the name at the top. I'm gonna put the new watermark over that instead. Same with this one, which is my favorite. I love this. I love that clip so much. Need to put the new watermark over them all. Moderate sin as well. Because of where I am on the screen, I am always at the bottom. Caption above my head. This is why I leave this gap here. Caption goes above my head, and then there's space at the top for the new watermark to go. Because I've realised from doing vertical content that putting watermarks and stuff at the bottom is not great, because the description and the like buttons can often cover it. So the top is a better place. Most people put them in the middle, it looks like, and I will probably switch between top and middle based on the clip. Because obviously all of this is this wall of text in the middle. Watermark will go at the top. So I need to have the new watermark put in those ones. So this one, potentially watermark would go in the middle, because we've got stuff happening here and we've got my face down here. So this space in the middle is where the watermark would go. So yeah, so that tends to be the layout for shorts. Me at the bottom with space above me for where the captions will go. And they can go above me. I do notice people try to put the captions where the viewer is looking so it's easier to follow. It's like you want to put the captions where the person is looking, but you also don't want to cover what is happening. And again, because I'm in the bottom corner in all the clips, because I sit in the bottom corner, I don't really want to put stuff over me, because you want to be able to see my face. And let's be real, the chest area is not very large. There's not a lot of space down here. So in order to do that, you would have to zoom in loads on me but then I start to become too pixelated and lower quality. So it's better to stay a little bit zoomed out and utilize the space above me, because it's a vertical format, so we utilize the empty space above me for the caption. So yeah, you don't want to zoom in on me too much, because then I become too low quality. The technicalities. Yeah. So going through old ones first. Let me look up some topology guides for this. Topology. Sometimes, much like any other art form, sometimes you just need a reference. I'd say you have an incredible chest. I love that it doesn't have incredibly over-exaggerated physics. Honestly, same. I am not going to yuck anyone's yum, but it feels so obvious to me when VTubers are like, look at my large chest. Look how much it bounces around. Jingle, jingle. Look at me. I've got big boobs. Like, I get it. I get what you're trying to do. Fair enough. Not my jam. Boobs, Literally, me and Spook have a joke that we make. It's very cynical of us, but me and Spook have a joke that we make when we see, like, people on social media. And again, sorry, Boopies, I'm going to use you as an example of, like, you see people on social media, and for a lot of guys, the camera will be set up like, you know, face and a little bit of chest, and there's probably like empty space up here because their face is in the center of the screen, if that's your screen. A lot of guys will be set up like this. A lot of women's are very clearly like this. It's like, hi, my face is not in the center of screen because I want you to look at my boobs. And it's like, I get it. For a lot of people, it works. If it works, it works. Make that money go. Go for it. Not my jam. It's not my thing. I want the titties, okay? That's fine. That's fine. And if you want to show them off when you get them, good for you. It's not my thing. But yeah. The joke that me and Spook make when we see a short or a video or something of a woman that's very clearly positioned to be like, you know, half of her face isn't even on the screen and it's just her chest. I go, wow, look at her personality. And Spook says, yes, both of them. I will come model my titties for you. Just pop them anywhere and size. If it brings you more moolah, take them. Even on the shelf in the background. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying that working on Boopy's Kitbash, Average views are notably higher. I'm just saying. The internet is not picky. They don't have to be my boobs. They just want boobs. How are we not banned yet? I don't know. Frankly, I don't know. Don't question it. Don't draw attention to it. Put a pair of eyes? No. Oh, God. Yeah. It's like, my chest does have physics, but it's in fur. And it's in my ref sheet. Because that's just the kind of person I am. And the internet has to accept if you're okay with having ladies who like having big boobs on display, which I am okay with, you have to also be okay with ladies who don't want to have their boobs on display. You gotta be okay with both. That's why I have a little note here of bust is covered by chest fluff. Of, yeah, I got boobs. No, you can't see them. They're not for you. They're for my husband. My eyes are up here, basically. Because the thing is, part of me is kind of like aware of like, if I did just make a big booby model and started making shorts like that, I probably would get views and followers, but that would be disingenuous. That's not the kind of person I am. You know, I don't want to get a following for being something I'm not. I just want to be me. Put eyes on the boobers and then track them with the normal eyes? No! 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 Oh my god. Googly eyes. I'm pretty sure there is a googly eyes asset that you can get for VR chat, and because of how VR chat works, technically you can stick them anywhere. Your community wouldn't fit your personality. Exactly. I wouldn't have people joining that I would want to talk to and hang out with. So that's why it's like there's no point in me, pandering and doing that because it won't give the community that I want. And that's like the number one thing that a lot of content creators always say to people when people are like, how do I grow a following? And they're like, just be yourself. Just be yourself. I'm trying to look at this ref picture. Quad, quad, quad. A try. Would do that. We'd have 1 into 2 there. How? It's past half-past, by the way. Yeah, I assume they'll be here soon. I might go check how Spook is doing briefly. Have I had a Discord message? I have, but not from, Rosa. Nice boobies! Nice! Yeah. Because the thing is like, again, I'm not opposed to having boobs. Because fun fact, the leggy model I V2'd with originally didn't have any. It was flat chested. This model actually does have boobs on it. They are just covered. I did add them on. But I do have boobs on this model. Sent you the shirt I need. We can do that. If you ponder the orbs ponder back. Okay, that's funny. Right, I'm only going to be a few minutes. I'm not going to go on break screen just yet. Haru, entertain. Good boy, Haru. Look at the volume of this fluff. That's like my hand deep. Good boy, except when you break things. He seems well. He's sat downstairs on the sofa, watching Pokemon videos. He looks perky. I've advised him to go have the other slice of toast. Right. Bite ass! There's less cat than fur. Oh yeah, 100%. If he was wet, he would be like a quarter of the size. It would be funny if Haru took over Blue's model. He's too sleepy. He's comfy now. See, I could just repeat that. I could just repeat this pattern. I'm just worried about how that will behave when the neck is moving, you know? But I could do that all the way across and that would join it up. Because this would be our topology. So it is adding in a lot of faces. But it's getting them joined. Go, I'm at the Sage of Hunger where I've got the shakies and sick feelings. Oh my god, go eat! Love you all, especially you, Blue Mom. Thank you, boobies. I love you too. Go eat, look after yourself. Gosh, it feels like it looks a bit messy. It might just be me, but it feels messy. I feel like this change is the correct change. Moving that line to there feels correct. Hmm. The other alternative is kind of doing it this way, where this comes up, we have a line come through like that. Because this is a quad, that's a quad, that's a quad, that's a quad. That feels slightly neater, doing that. But then that leaves me with one spare. I could do like, so if I started it here, we did that. And I've got one here to do something with. One mon poopy. Won't anyone help a single mother? Spook downstairs going, the fuck? You're distracting me from going to get my food. That's not good mom behavior. Look, let's not get into the technicalities of step mothership. Okay, it's going to be too convoluted. Don't think about the meme too hard. Okay, memes aren't funny if you think about them too hard. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the vibe. It's just what do I do here? I think that and that is good. Imagine how many there would be with the wives. Mm-hmm. Too much for my little brain. Yeah, just don't think about it. Don't try to make sense of the joke, okay? It's a joke. It's not supposed to make sense. I even used to say back in the old RP days that I used to roleplay as Blue. I used to even say to people, don't try to make sense of Blue. She's not supposed to make sense. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. How dare you? Go to your room. I didn't mean you. Go eat and then go to your room. Go eat! Chew! Go eat! If you're starting to feel shaky and unwell, go eat. I love you. Hi, Diglett. Yes, the husband is unwell. Yeah, you're outnumbered, boopies. Bye. Background spook? There isn't a background spook. Core, I'm talking to boopies. Spook is downstairs. He is hopefully having another slice of toast. him. Hi. Get booped. Oh. Baby. I heard a car door. Well, they're here. Okay. That is the end of stream, everybody. They are here to collect the cloud. Everybody say goodbye to Haru. He's going home. Snooze ads. Everyone say goodbye to the cloud. You're going home now, Haru. Alright. And I'm going to end stream because there's 15 minutes left, so if I have to go answer the door and sort out Haru, there's no point. So, thanks everybody. That's the door. Oh! Who is it? Who is it? Look! Who is it, Haru? Who is it? Who is it? Bless. Alright. Don't, as I've said before, don't expect a stream tonight because I'm probably just going to want to be with Spook since he's been unwell and now he's awake. So thanks for hanging out with me and distracting me. I didn't actually get a lot of work done, but I appreciated the company. So thank you so much, everybody. Love you loads, and I'll see you on Sunday probably. Bye!